So every once in a while when I go to the LCBO, I find something new. But the process of finding something new at the LCBO, because of the restrictions, is like finding a never-before-found fossil in the ground. Today, though, I got a little lucky. I found something, and I'm really happy to share it with you guys. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, mate Brewski from the Brewski Review. And today the beer I have for you is by the Skeleton Park Brewery. This is their Best Bitter. Now, Skellington... Skeleton Park Brewery. This is from Kingston, Ontario. I was almost about to say Kensington, Ontario, and too many words. Skellington, Kensington, Kingston. Jeez Louise, my words are not with me right now. But that's okay. Skeleton Park Brewery, Best Bitter. I'm guessing it is an ESB, just by the name of it. Coming in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. And no listed IBU, not that I see. I'm not too sure what their cans really look like because I've never had one. But here's what the name looks like of the brewery. Very, very nice. Here's a picture of a skeleton of a dinosaur. And Best Bitter with all their other information down below. And around on this end. Very, very nice. Clean, but yet looking quite detailed. But we're going to get into the can design a little bit later. But let's crack this Best Bitter open and see if it is the best bitter that I've had. Pouring into my Great Lakes Brewery pop can style glass. Pour it up. Oh, it's lighter than I expected. There you go, that's about half. Put the can there as we always do. Let's take a look at this. I would say it's a medium golden, light, super light amber color. Very, very nice. Slight haze on the glass, a little bit more of a chill haze, but you know, it's not completely unfiltered. Very nice, just ever so slightly off-white head on top. Let's have a smell. Not what I was expecting. Yes, what I was expecting, but also not. Caramel, toffee, yet hoppy bitterness. But also like a weird sort of pungent aroma to the beer. Almost gonna sound bad, but kind of like a like a little bit of a fart per se. A little bit of a toot toot out of your bum bum, but you know what? That's I don't know why my brain went there, but pungent is more of a better professional, more attractive word than toot toot from your bum bum. But actually does not smell that bad. It smells actually quite inviting. Now I don't know what that says about me in my previous description, but pungent is, we'll leave it at pungent, bitter. Bitter, pungent. There we go. Just scratch every other word I've got. Scratch all that. It smells nice. Caramel, toffee, hoppy bitter, pungent. Let's have a sip. Ooh. Okay. It's not super bitter. I don't know the IBUs on this. I should have probably checked that a minute ago. But, oh, wait, I can't. It's not on the website. Bummer. LCBO is not going to help me. But Untap, nope, Untap not going to help me. I don't know the bitterness of the beer. Educated guess? After a cheers? Let's do it. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Put it around 35 to 40 IBUs. But flavor-wise, the taste, the flavor profile of the beer, that's my biggest, I guess, conundrum right now, is that I'm not too sure. I mean, it's hoppy, it's bitter, piney bitterness, not so much grapefruit, nothing like an IPA. But at the same time, slightly malty, caramel, toffee, maybe a touch nutty. No, Between a balance of like nut and spice almost, like if both of those flavor profiles sort of came together and became one, that sort of lands on the taste that I'm tasting on my tongue. But I would really boil it down to a mixture of a West Coast IPA with a lot less bitterness and the nutty spiciness of like a nut brown, of like a brown ale. But all those beer styles, very low intensity, mixed together, gives you this best bitter, if that makes sense. So as the slight nuttiness from a brown ale, the malty hoppy balance from a West Coast IPA, but the easygoingness of a more mellow session IPA in intensity wise, that's where I would bring all those flavors together, and that's what you would get out of this Skeleton Park Best Bitter. It's a good balance of flavors. It's a good balance of intensity. It's a good balance of IBUs versus ABVs. Light to moderate mouthfeel. Very crisp. Carbonation dances on your tongue beautifully. Quite enjoying it, actually. This is it's an interesting beer. It took me on a little bit of a journey through the aroma into the flavor. Very nice. But still, 4.5%. Very, very mellow. Easily sessionable in an alcohol standpoint. But definitely a good amount of flavor. Quite nice. It just took me a little bit more effort to dig through all the flavors. They come together in a way that almost clash and sort of cancel each other out. You just have to at least dig a little bit more into them and try to find each specific note. It's a little bit harder of a read of a beer, in my opinion. But still, very nice beer. Looking on the can, Skeleton Park Brewery, Best Bitter, 4.5% alcohol by volume. Unknown IBUs, I'd say anywhere from 35 to 40, in my humble opinion. Looking for a description. Traditionally brewed from old world recipes. I think that's more of a slogan. Let's start with the making history section that they have here. Vintage as vintage gets. This brilliant golden ale is based on a 1954? 150-year-old English recipe using ingredients still grown locally today. I don't know why I'm adding words into words that aren't there. Nice. That's actually really cool. So it's a golden ale, but it's a best bitter. I would think more of maybe not an extra special bitter, but more like an English bitter per se. Maybe a whole hybrid thing. I don't really know. Return for refund. No, we'll pass that. But tasting notes, I like this. Earthy and floral on the nose. A malty biscuit and pine crust body. Hints of hazelnut and caramel with a crisp, dry finish. Look at that. Look at that. I was right. Nutty, yet caramelly, but a nice pine crust body. It's the hops. It's the piney hops. The nuttiness from that nut brown. Yeah. Hey, caramel from the malts. Yeah. Hey, you see? Old Maplewski knows what he's talking about. If you're ever doubting it, I'm more talking to myself, because I always doubt the shit out of myself and what I've been able to taste and to smell and to achieve through these 300 and some odd beer reviews. So that's really cool. that kind of, it still blows my mind when I say things and then I read the can or the website and it adds up. Yeah, that's cool. Wow, yeah. You saw it here first or second or 300 and sometimes. But cool stuff. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm in a rambling mood on this review. On the bottom, we do have a brewed on date. Ooh, fresh. Ooh, really fresh. April 1st at 8:44 in the morning. I think that might be the freshest beer I've ever picked up at an LCBO. Because I picked this up yesterday? Yesterday. I picked it up yesterday, which was April 9th. It's 8 days old. It's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Wow. It's a lucky beer. And it's green. I should go buy a lottery ticket today. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll win. Ooh, that'd be fun. Videos will get way better. Probably hire somebody to film them. Kidding. Again, rambling. Moving over to the website, which is skeletonpark.ca. And like I said earlier when I was looking for an IBU list, yeah, the best bidder is not on the website yet. They only have the Amber 6.6, which I guess makes sense, 6.6%. Other places on the website, find SPB. No, that doesn't help me. Swag would just be, I guess, clothes in merchandise. Yeah, no, I can't really find anything. Okay, what about the R story? Anything here? Maybe, possibly. Okay, no information on the website. Great stuff. And this was first posted on Untapped in 2017. Cool stuff. Losing a bit of points there, Skeleton Park, but I like your beer. Okay. Moving over to the LCBO, if you want to pick up this Best Bidder by Skeleton Park, it'll run you about $3.15 for a 473 tall boy can. So a fairly good price, nonetheless. I like that nuttiness, that bit of hazelnut, right in the finish, just pops up, rounds everything out. Very nice. I don't know why I was saying they're all clashing. I think I was getting a bit too, diving in that rabbit hole a bit too deep. But now that I'm just sipping on it after realizing what I've identified, maybe it all works. Again, rambling. I'm sorry. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video. Apologize. Untapped is coming in for the best bidder at a 3.49 bottle caps out of 5. And that's out of 199 ratings. Overall, not bad. 4.5%, big diverse flavor, even though at first when I thought they were sort of a few different styles of beer clashing, actually I think just I was looking too deep into what I was tasting. Now that I'm, sitting back, relaxing, and not deeply focusing on what I'm tasting and trying to identify every little bit, actually just extremely enjoyable. More flowiness to the flavor profile. That bit of nuttiness right in the back end just rounds everything out and leaves you with a very satisfying, nutty, yet hoppy, yet also caramelly, just balance of flavors. So with that said, cheers on the final sip, guys. Let's get ready to ratings. Skeleton Park from Kingston, Ontario. First beer I've had from you guys, and I have to say, very great first impression. This best bidder deserves a solid 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, it seemed like it was a few styles coming together and clashing in flavor, but the more I had a sip, the more I just didn't focus too in depth on each particular flavor, the more it made sense to me. Sometimes you don't need to look super deep into meanings of things. It doesn't just go for beer, but for whatever else. Sometimes you got to take a step back, look at the whole thing, and just let it be how it do. Let it be how it be. And overall, damn good beer. As for presentation, I like it. I'm not a big fan of the green color, but that's just a color. It's not make it or break it, but very nice dinosaur logo. I like your name here, the font and the style of it. I also like this black band that you have going around the can. Name of the beer, alcohol, making history, a little bit of history lesson. Tasting notes, that's bonus. On the bottom, clearly labeled best before date. Or sorry, brewed on date. I like that too. But you know, you got a few empty black spaces. Throw in some IBU listings right there. I think that'd be perfect. And maybe some ingredients. I didn't see any of that either. But other than that, hitting most of the marks. As for the website, can't really see anything on the website because, well, the beer's not here. But the information you do have, I guess I'm using it as a template for the 6.6, is pretty bare. Little description, little notes, like tasting notes. But still, overall, nice looking website. Presentation gets a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. With all that said, guys, before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want me to review in the future, leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Brewski, we greatly appreciate it as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. I know this video is almost 20 minutes long, but I'm gonna pour the rest of this beer and sing my song, so then I can get on to the rest of my night, and you can do the same. Cheers!